And how come I'm not seeing you?
You have to put it.
The 3 feed.
Yeah.
I put it.
No,
It's not there.
remember, you had to put me as well, like in the thing.
I'm not seeing you, my friend.
No, in the button. Remember, you had to press the button.
I press it.
No, but remember, you also have to press the camera thing,
Which camera?
where it has all the cameras, where it says ABC in the camera thing.
Yeah, I press it. Come and see. Come and see. All three of us right there. The 3 feed.
No, you're not.
This?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. This is it. This is it.
We are live.
Yeah. Are we?
Are we?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. I was looking for it.
Yeah. Put the mics up.
So what's up?
God damn.
Damn.
I already know. I already know. We are live. Morning movement.
Morning
is
live.
Live.
Morning live.
Yeah. So.
Hey, good morning, man.
Good morning. As well.
How's everything going?
You already know. Like, I had to flew in. From New York. Like, I had to flew in from Cuba as well. Like,
And we
business trips. Like, have a busy schedule, man.
did you go to the St. Croix Carnival?
Well, yeah.
You flew there also?
Yes, of course. I saw you there. We were there right now. We were there together.
I was there in my dreams, man.
Yeah.
I was dancing.
Yeah.
There was this one particular guy. His name is Orville Osborne. He's my brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he told me he saw me.
Yeah, for real. I heard. Yeah, I was also there in that dream as well. So, hello.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the morning movement. We actually here just having a good time. We trying to figure some stuff out because some things came in at the last minute, and we wanted to talk about it, but we can't right now. But I want to thank you guys for plugging in. Thank you guys for locking on with us. This is Island Riddims. You can always find us on our Facebook page. We live on Facebook, by the way.
Oh yeah, that too. And we
Island
also got
Riddims.
TikTok as well.
Yep.
YouTube.
YouTube,
Also live on YouTube
man,
as
we
well.
live all over the damn place.
Yeah.
So, Osby, Baby E,
Yes.
right here in the studios. There are a lot of things that we want to talk about, but first off, we want to give thanks, of course, for being here today. It's actually our first. It's the new year. It's 2023. How did you bring that in?
What do you mean by that?
You had any resolutions? Any
Yeah, like the morning movement, like starting the morning.
you wanted to start off the morning movements? Did you made any wishes that you want to see come through? You want to have get a car? How about
I want to get a car. Yeah.
what else?
My driver's license for that car. Like there's a lot of stuff. But
But you know what I want?
what?
The $1.1 billion that is up for grabs tomorrow for the Florida lottery.
Oh,
$1.1 billion.
we all want that. We all want.
If you were to get $1.1 billion, what would you do with $1.1 billion?
Not being Florida right now. I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm going to Punta Cana.
Punta Cana?
Of course.
Why Punta Cana?
Why not? The Bahamas.
Yeah, go to the Virgin Islands. Go to the British Virgin Islands.
Yes, of
That's
course.
go to where I'm from.
Yeah.
And everyone who's logged on right now via our Facebook page, you're from the Virgin Islands. Good morning to you. Talking about this $1.1 billion, I'm gonna do something special. I'm gonna, I have the number is up on the screen in the disclaimer. You can call at 786, and that's 2100409. You can even text us. You can WhatsApp us. Let us know that you want to be in on it with us, because I have a ticket. I have a ticket for that $1.1 billion. And I'm going to put you as a beneficiary from that. Meaning, if I was to win, I'm going to, set aside a little chunk of the change so that you can get a piece of the pie.
Yeah, I'll get $1.
Well, I'm not going to do that bad. I'm not going to do it that bad. But I'll definitely, bring in the fans in the let's call it the Island Rhythm Millionaire Club.
Yes.
So if
It's
we
our
get
own version of the Mile High Club.
yes, you're gonna call it the
Minus-
Island Rhythm Millionaire Club. Have we been
Minus the coitus.
we've been
Because
pushing
what
up
the Mile High
buttons?
Club is, right?
Say what?
It's the Island Rhythms Billionaire Club.
Yeah.
It's like our version of the Mile High
Yeah,
Club, but minus
exactly.
the coitus.
Exactly.
Minus the coitus.
Right. We're gonna definitely do this for you guys, and all you have to do is, stick with us. Stick with us throughout the entire 2 hours here talking shit,
Exactly.
crap.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna give it to you, and you know what, baby, E, we're gonna.
Yes.
I think it's only fair enough for us to let the listening audience, those who are viewing us right now live on the air, let them know what we are all about.
Yeah.
Island Rhythms. It's a platform. It's actually a radio station, podcast station. So you can visit us. We are at 7451 Rivera Boulevard in Miramar, Florida, and you can visit us. We have a nice setting for you guys. Come in and record your podcast. So is there something that you would like to talk about? It could be anything. It could be religious. It could be about
We're
sports.
talking shit like we are
We're
doing.
talking
right now.
shit like what we're doing. We definitely will open the platform for you to come in here and record that, film it and put it up. You have something to say.
Basically, what he's saying, if you have a podcast idea that you want to blur out to the world, we're your people.
Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah, we got you.
Lah.
We got you. If you have a business that you want to promote, and you for the first time, just like us, we here pushing buttons and everything, and for the first time we out there. If you want that business to get out there and you want it to be on the Island Rhythms platform, come on, give us a call, 786-210-0409, and also you can hit me up, WhatsApp me, and say, hey, I want to be a part of your platform. I want to be a part of your audience, and we can get you out there. Come in here, feel the setting, feel the island setting.
This is the vibe.
This is it right here. What we do, of course, we cater to the artists that deals with 4 types of heritage. We have 4 types of genres, I should say. We play Afro beats. We also play calypso, soca, right? Dembow, which is music that in the Dominican Republic, and we also play reggaeton,
dancehall as well,
and dancehall. All right, so you guys in Jamaica, if you want your music to be played, it's that simple. You just contact us right here. You can give us a heads up. We subscribe to your YouTube page. It's that simple.
Yeah.
We subscribe to your page. We see your video. We get it in the system, and we have you rotating, especially if you have a song that is trending for the very first time.
The only thing is you have to be great. You have to, for Devin to put you on.
Well, I'll tell you this much.
Let's be honest.
We will put you on. I don't care if you don't sound good or if you sound extremely awesome. What we're going to do is actually put you on, and we're going to critique your song.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna critique your song, so you gotta get ready for that. And
brutally honest.
Yeah,
we are brutally honest.
Brutal. So if you definitely sound good, you're gonna definitely be out there. People are gonna go to your what is it, Spotify, wherever you sell your music, YouTube, wherever you sell your music, whatever platform you use to sell your music, people are gonna go get your stuff. All right. But if you're not sounding good, we're gonna critique you and we're gonna let you know so you can go back to the table and
do better.
Probably you can call us up and do a remix with us.
Yeah.
We remix your song.
Yeah.
Right here on Island Rhythms. You never know.
Yeah.
All right. So we do that. We cater to those 5 genres. What is it again? We go soca, dembow, Afrobeats, reggaeton, and one more, dancehall. Yes. And why we play these type of music? Well, guess what?
They don't get enough love.
We don't get enough love, especially here. We're in the United States. We're in Florida, right? Miami, Florida. We don't get enough love at all. Definitely. And I say we because we represent, okay, Baby E and me, Osby, we represent this type of culture, this type of music, and we just feel like we don't get enough love, and we want to just
There's a cultural bias.
Music. Yeah.
There's like a cultural bias when it comes to music.
Especially on the mainstream. So when you log on to mainstream, the first thing you hear,
Ed Sheeran. I'm being Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Bad Bunny now. Bad Bunny used to be, it wasn't like that, but now he is.
Yes, and he's an island boy, by the way.
Yeah, PR.
Right. He's the biggest artist in the world, and he's definitely representing, no doubt.
I feel like I feel like the Hispanic, artists are now being more in the mainstream
Right.
because now people are liking. Oh, because you remember that year where they did like where English artists started remixes of the Spanish songs like Justin Bieber with Despacito
Gotcha.
or Demi Lovato.
Right.
Like there's a lot of songs that I feel like Hispanics are getting more of that attention now. Like Latino music is getting more mainstream now, but I feel like Caribbean music like soca, dancehall, and dembow they don't really get that much love, and I feel like that's unfair.
Okay, which brings me to this question. Um, I was the one who introduced you to
That's true.
the culture.
Yeah.
And I mean, I found this young man in a school, in the Miami Media School, and I'm let me get into this venture and let's do something. Let me do something special. It's something that I always wanted to do. Um, Radio, of course, I'm talking about, because I used to do radio back in the Virgin Islands, and here I am, was able to create this wonderful station right here in the state of Florida. And God bless the opportunities, the land of opportunities, America, if we call it that. And you know, I created this station, and I was inspired by two people, two wonderful persons in my life who were a part of my life.
Shout them out. Shout them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Rodney Herbert. I started with him, Zero Out FM, back in the Virgin Islands. I'm hoping that one day we can even stream live and connect with them, in the Virgin Islands. Rodney, shout out to you in the Virgin Islands. Hope that you're doing well. And there's another gentleman who always, encouraged me to get into radio, and that was Mr. Dave Douglas. Dave Douglas, if you're in the Virgin Islands and you from the Virgin Islands, you will know Davidson Douglas. He is known as the third world man. He's like that generation, back from the '60s. He play a lot of that music. So Dave, unfortunately, a very good friend of mine, he had a stroke. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't really sit well with me because it's sad to see one of your colleagues, in the business, in the industry. Yeah, just like any family member, because I have him like a brother. I have a lot of good friends back home in the Virgin Islands, so I want to shout out to him also. And what I did over the weekend, I wanted to find a way where I can actually help Dave, and I created a GoFundMe page, so for Dave, so that people can make a contribution. I spoke with his daughter over the weekend, and his daughter, let me see if I can find that message in particular. But his daughter let me to know that he is progressing along. He's coming to come. He's it will take some time because when you get a stroke, all right, your system is no longer the same like it was in the past.
Yeah.
So, she told me, his daughter told me that, he will need some help. He have to go through speech. These are her exact words: speech therapy, and also physiotherapy at this point and stage in his life. So, knowing that Dave is going through this challenge, I just thought it was great to create a GoFundMe page for Dave, where I made my donation already. I'm gonna put in some more. I'm gonna encourage you also to jump on board, so that you can show your gratitude towards an individual in the Virgin Islands who you don't know, but hopefully will get to meet in the future, because I think he's an inspiration for many. His voice, very powerful. You hear Dave's voice, that it's a powerful voice within the market stream. And he did a lot of commercials for a lot of businesses. So I'm hoping that for those of you who are out there who are listening and following us right now on Island Riddims will go out there. Even if you can, if you're in the Virgin Islands, in Tortola, British Virgin Islands, you can go and visit Dave at the hospital. I will get another update from his wonderful daughter to find out if he's making progress enough to be out of the hospital, if he's out as yet. But since we last spoke, he was still there. Yeah. So again, there's a page that we are going to put on on the Island Rhythm Facebook page. We're gonna put the GoFundMe link so that you can go in and make a contribution to Dave and to assist him with his recovery. And I wish him all the best for sure. And I hope that I can go home in the near future and see him, and let him know that we are there to support him 100%. I'm actually getting getting a text in right now. Wow. Here we go. Yeah. Hey, thanks. He said, "Hello, sir. I'm doing Facebook right now. I'm watching you right now." Also, Melvin, he is on live. He's watching us via Facebook. So thank you guys. Thank you. And if you can, do that thing for me. Jump in and click that link. I think it's already up on our page for Dave, that GoFundMe page, so we can help Dave out, help a brother out. That's one of the things that we want to do, with this station also. We want to go out there. We're not only going to create content to make you laugh and talk crap and talk things with sense. Yeah. We want to do a lot of charitable work also. Yeah. Of course, the station is not a station that is it's a non-for-profit. It is for profit. Because we want to be able to pay the bills and we want to be able to cater to the needs of those who want to do podcasts in any style, fashion, shape or form, whatever. All right, we're here. All right, so I'm looking at myself on TV. I haven't seen myself in a long time. Hey, what's going on, dude?
People are like, what the hell is he doing?
Hey, but you know what? Let's go back to what we were talking about with the genres. The genres, the first time you heard Afro beats, Afro music, what's the first thing that came to your mind?
I love this. It's just like a vibe, it's not too powerful, but it's just something you can dance to. I just loved it. I just loved it immediately when I first heard it.
Well, you know what? We're gonna listen to a clip right now, a clip by Burna Boy, because he kind of explained to us what is Afrobeat. Yeah, and people kind of have it all twisted because
it's not really called Afrobeat.
Yeah, it's in Africa. When I heard the word Afrobeat, you might probably laugh at this, but I thought about someone who had an afro that made a beat.
Wait, what? Really?
Tell you what, because it's Afro is short for African, right?
Yeah, Africa, Afro, yeah.
But nothing like that. And he said no one said anything like that when we had the Afro. Afro identifies the black man. And you never see a white man with an afro. Have you ever seen a white man with an afro?
No. No.
That's
weird.
So let's listen to Burna Boy. Let's see if he can explain to us what this Afrobeat, where it came from, what it's all about, and so forth, and see if we can get an idea of where this came from. Afrobeats. Huh?
So let me explain it to you. Afrobeat is Fela Kuti. It's a legend called Fela Kuti. That's his.
Your grandfather managed him.
Yeah, and that's Afrobeat. You understand? Now, years went by, and Nigerian musicians started, started dropping music that was becoming something.
Yeah.
So naturally, a name they needed to call it something to be able to
identify with.
Yes, you understand. And somehow they just said Afrobeat and added an S. I don't know how. I don't know what sense even that made, but that's what happened. You understand? And somewhere along the line, all the music that comes from Africa now, they just write Afro beats.
So, but this is what I'm asking you. The name was originated, the Afro beats.
It was not named Afro beats. It was called Afro beat. And that was only Fela.
So who
that
put
did
the
that.
S on it? Was it the States?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
maybe it's the UK or maybe it's I don't know who. But somebody
But
did.
it wasn't beats in Africa.
It wasn't Afro beats in Africa.
Yeah.
You understand? We had High Life. We have Juju music. We have Fuji music. We have all types of music. We have South African Kwaito music. We have Amapiano now. We have all types of music, and we even have, to be real, we have real African hip hop, like real African, like you know. So we have Afro pop. We have all types of genres in Africa. So to be really sincere, for you to just call everything Afro beats, it kind of does a disservice to
the artists.
Yeah,
because you're putting everybody in one genre. You don't put Whitney Houston and Jay-Z in the same genre.
Exactly. So for me, it's like when I started the Afrofusion thing, it's like my music was not the same as anything that was out. It's like everybody else's stuff kind of sounded the same, not to be, funny, but this is what it was. It was one kind of move, and for me, there was nothing that I could identify myself with. So I just said, you know what, I'll call it Afrofusion, because it's a fusion of everything really. And the Afro-Africanness is the thing that covers it. That is the bottle that holds the whole drink. You understand what I mean? So for me, that's why I always make sure that everybody knows this is what I do. It's Afrofusion. You understand? So, I mean, however you want to run with that is up to you. So when you see me on Afrobeat charts and Afrobeat whatever, it's because, I mean, maybe Afrobeat is the big umbrella and then there's all these subgenres. Right. I don't know. I can't really tell you.
Interesting, my friend.
For real.
My goodness. I had never even thought of that. That way where, Afrobeat, there wasn't anything that existed that they had called Afrobeats.
Yeah.
So it was actually, his uncle?
No, Fela Kuti is an artist that his grandpa
managed.
And his music, he called it Afro.
Okay.
So, and I kind of like how the guy, he's just going out on a ramble. It's like you don't put Whitney Houston and Jay-Z in the same. No, but it's
funny.
True. It's like it does feel like a disservice to the artist putting it in one genre, which is not, because there's Afro pop, like he said.
Right.
There's also Afro hip hop. There's hip hop, Afro hip hop as well.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of genres that they have, but it feels like if you just call it Afro beats, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hey, guys,
I do kind of agree with how his music is like it's not the same. Like when you hear different Afro beats artists, and Burna Boy, it doesn't feel Afro beats because it feels like I do agree. It's like a fusion of all.
Of everything.
It's like a fusion.
And he as a matter of fact, I heard him sang one of his, a great song that he had was on
Wakanda Forever.
Yes. And that is it's a little slow. It's like a slow I don't know how to interpret that type of music.
It's like a slow melodic song.
Right.
Slow.
Correct.
For me, it's a little bit slow, but I feel like it progresses.
Right. In the end, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you see, there you go. Burna Boy, the king of African music, and he says African fusion, Afrofusion.
That's what he does.
Right.
He doesn't identify.
He don't want to be identified by Afrobeat.
Afrobeats. He identified with Afrofusion for him.
And he kind of basically hit it in the head with the different type of African music that they have over there.
They have a genre that they have.
Yeah. I wouldn't even try to say any of them because you know, of course, you know, we
mispronounce them.
we will definitely
This is the first episode. We're not trying to get canceled.
anything that comes to mind, and you know, ask me something about Spanish, I'll probably be able to help you. By the way, talking about Spanish, Ellie, you know, baby E, he is
Cuban and Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan, Cuban, born in Miami.
Yes.
Parents from Cuba,
And Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Dad is Nicaraguan and mom is Cuban. Not gonna lie to you, I thought there was a time where I thought I was Cuban.
Right.
I really thought I was full Cuban
And what made you feel that way?
because we're Hialeah. I was born and raised in Hialeah, all Cubans. So and my mom, she was Cuban. So I thought, oh, then my dad is Cuban. So I know. So and it took me some time to realize that one time I asked my dad, "Hey dad, how old were you? You came from Cuba." I'm not Cuban. Like I'm Nicaraguan. It's like, where's that?
And you've been there.
Yeah, I've been there. I got to go there. It was a graduation, high school graduation gift, and a birthday gift wrapped in one.
Oh, that was your first time, or how many trips you did?
That was the first time.
And only time?
Yes, I want to go back, but you know, gotta save up money because tickets are expensive.
Tell me the experience. What was it like
I'm going to
before I jump in?
I will go back again. I will extremely go back to it.
What about it you like the most?
Like to be honest, again, when my first time there, I mostly met family. But what I liked about the trip because I stayed where my dad where he grew up. I was there the most, and I was with my grandma. So the funny thing is, I was mostly by myself the whole entire trip, more than with my grandma.
Phone ringing off the hook, man. What's going on here?
Huh?
My phone is ringing off the hook. I find it
Man.
strange. So you
See,
went.
it's working.
Yeah, it is.
Trending
It is.
already.
It is actually, you know, Island Rhythms. Not to drop the topic. We're gonna get back to Baby E and his trip to Nicaragua. But we just to let you know, you're listening to Island Rhythms. We here live on the Morning Movement. Baby E, Osby, right here with you, live and direct. And we are talking about, you know, the life of many of us, the genres that we play, covering on Island Rhythms, the experience, and we're gonna take you to Ellie Baby E experience in Nicaragua. I'm gonna give you a little bit of my experience on the soca end of it because I love soca music. You know that I introduced them. Come on, man! Phone ringing off the damn hook. Hey, people! If you see me on the air, stop calling me. But yeah. So you said you loved it. Family, food.
Yes. No, but to be honest, the funny thing is, my family. No, I'm not trying to throw any shade or anything because this isn't the shade room. This is the morning movement.
You definitely will get shaded there.
No, because they thought that I wouldn't like it because you know it's a whole entire different country. I wouldn't know what to do. Like I get why. No, but for the first day that when I was there, I went. I loved it. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I loved me going. I went to Tonalá. I went to Tonalá. That's where it's like it's where my dad grew up.
Okay.
And I also went to Managua.
Okay.
And also got to see León for a little bit.
Okay. So Nicaragua. So we have to let the people know, or let those who are watching us know, that it is a Spanish-speaking country.
It is.
Because those are, you know, what those names that you're giving me there, they have that Latino.
They're like they're
all right. The whole thing is like
Latin.
right.
Yeah, but
They don't speak any other language over there. No, that you know about.
There's some English speakers, but I didn't go there.
Okay.
It's like where all the Christians go.
Oh, okay.
Where all the the Christians I don't know the word for it.
Okay. It'll come. It will come.
It will come.
It's live radio.
It's
We don't give a crap.
It's like I know the word is like
it's there, but it don't want to come out.
It's not coming up. So like it's like where all the Christians go. There's there's also like the Navy base there, like the Army bases.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's Army bases in Nicaragua.
Oh, wow.
I haven't been there. Like,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there is.
But it's for Nicaragua, of course.
Yeah.
A Nicaragua,
Like there's
a
also,
Nicaraguan Army base.
yeah, for U.S. Army bases. There's
Oh, U.S. Army base
Yes.
in Nicaragua, just like how there's one in Cuba.
yeah,
Wow, interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah. I know there's that, but I just don't know. I don't know where it is because I haven't been there.
Okay.
I haven't been there. But
Okay.
but I loved it. I mostly stayed in Tonalá where my dad was born at.
Okay.
Oh no, now we're at Tonalá.
Tonalá.
Too because I'm kind of getting confused.
Tonalá.
Tonalá, yeah.
Hey,
But-
that kind of song something Tonalá. Tonalá. That word sounds sexy. Anyway, any bad experiences?
Not really.
Man, you probably had a
it's
bad. You
not
had to have a bad experience. Yeah,
It
what was it?
like mostly a misunderstanding. So one of my cousins there. So you know what he does? He pinched my nipple, right? But you know,
You pitch.
no. The point is, the thing was, the thing was, so the thing was,
What happened?
so the thing was,
Yeah.
it was like so. When my over here, like if any, like, you know how my parents taught me, if any, you don't let anybody touch you. That no means no. Like don't let anybody touch you any inappropriate way.
Right.
So
Oh my
no,
goodness.
but it's like for them, it's like a joke. It's like a joke. And all that stuff, right? When he did that, I swear, I was like, boom! I hit him in the arm. I didn't hit him in the face. Him in
So
the
he touched your nipple?
like he pinched it. He pinched it. I hit him like, and then no, and he was right next to me, Devin. It was like this. It was right here. And I hit him. He was like, yoink. And again,
Oh my goodness.
and he's told me like it was just a joke. I'm like, don't you didn't do that to me. I swear to God. I was saying this.
He was your cousin, right?
Yeah, he was my cousin. It
Is
was my.
he-
He's from Nicaragua.
Is he is he a little?
No, it was just a joke.
Oh, it's just
No,
a
no,
joke.
It's a joke. Point is, I'm not used to that like that. I'm not used to that.
Uh-huh.
So, and I just turned around. No, let me just tell you, when my grandma heard that, she was worried for the kid, not for me.
She was more worried.
Okay, for my family from Nicaragua, I'm taller than them.
Right.
I'm kind of tall for them.
And so they're all short people over there.
In a way, kinda.
Right.
Like, there's some tall people, yeah, but for my family, I'm like one of the tallest.
And she was scared that you will bust his ass
Yes.
for
Like-
touching your nipple.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of okay. It wasn't really a bad experience. It was a misunderstanding. It's not that bad. To be honest, I didn't have that much bad. I didn't have a bad experience. I loved it.
Right. Okay.
The only experience, I do have a
was
bad
one-
experience. It was the bathroom.
Oh, Tell me about the bathroom.
They don't have a bathroom.
Everybody have a bathroom experience that never runs well. Tell me
So
about the bathroom.
the only thing is they don't have toilets. A toilet system like a pipe system. And
Okay, so they don't have the modern day
Pipe
toilet pipe system,
Yeah, they don't
sewage
have that.
system.
Like in some
That we
in
have
some,
those.
in some places.
They have what do they have over there?
It's called I don't know the name, but it's like a hut. I call it the shit hut.
Okay, like a shanty.
Yeah.
Like a I forgot the. Now you see. Now I had the name on the tip of my tongue
Was it the
because
canteen?
we actually come again. What
Was it the canteen or something like that?
No, we have that. In the
The latrine. The latrine.
any of you who, if you're my age, right? If you're in the
From a-
40s,
from another country.
50s, if you're in a third world country, you will have an experience of going to the toilet and on the outside of your house.
It's kind of like that.
So it's actually a hole that is dug on the outside, and there's like a little shanty that they put over the hole, and there's this place where you go, where you rest your butt,
Yeah.
and
you take a shit.
where you take the crap, where you take the so tell us about that. What happened
The
there?
first night that I was when I stayed over, because one thing is the first night that I stayed, I was not there. I was not in my dad's hometown.
Right.
My dad's hometown. I was with my grandma's husband.
Yeah.
It was her boyfriend at the time before they got married, and he actually has a toilet with working system and all that stuff.
How he got that?
He built it himself.
Okay.
Pretty sure he did it himself.
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So
So he did. It has working water and all that stuff.
All right.
Loved it. But when I stayed overnight, the first night there, I was gonna use it, and then I saw a cockroach. Before I rest my butt, I saw a cockroach coming out.
no.
I looked in the back. I got my bare ass.
Una cucaracha.
I got my bear. Before I even sat down, I just saw that. You know what? I literally said, screw this. I will hold it. I'll hold this all through all night. I'm going to use it another
So
day.
you actually held that crap inside of you
Yes.
because of a roach.
Yes. No, it was huge. It was huge. I cannot go there. I did not. I refuse.
Big ass
Next
roach watching your ass and
Yeah, I'm like,
and waiting for you to let it all out, and you decide you're not letting it out.
I will hold it in. I will use all the strength and force to keep it in.
Oh my goodness.
I slept. I didn't have an accident at all. Then the next day, that's when I used it.
You know that can kill you. You know, and never hold it in. Listen, man, I would have let it out. I would, you can even point it to the roach.
Ew. No. Nah, that was like I didn't know what to do. Like it was just no, but I'm pretty sure if you light a match in that, if you light a match because of all the methane gas that it had, it would just be a volcano of methane.
Damn. Oh my goodness. Hey, let's jump off of that topic. Before we go into the next topic, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna give thanks to gracias to Miami Media School.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, presenting me with this hilarious young man.
Hello.
So we
Angel.
yeah, and say good morning to Angel, who he's probably watching us right now. If not, we're gonna get him to watch.
Yes.
Let him know.
We will find we will find him and we will force
We
him
will
to watch us.
Angel, we will find you.
Yes.
We will put you in front of a television or your phone monitor, screen, or whatever it is, so you can watch us. It's worth it. Okay? Let's get that commercial from Miami Media School. We'll be right back in just 30 seconds.
An unlimited connection to others,
Energy a little different when the blessings accrue.
and a platform for you. Social media is where you can thrive. If you have a passion for media, either on camera or behind the scenes, Miami Media School can change your life in just 8 short months. Learn from the pros and get the skills you need. Start creating engaging social media content about what you want. You can get paid to create. It starts by visiting beonair.com. Call Miami Media School at 305-728-1120.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Miami Media School. Listen, if you want to get into this type of business, if you want to even get a job here at Island Riddims, just like Baby E.
Yes, if you want to get a job here, you just sign up in islandrhythms.com.
Yeah, pull the mic a little closer to you so they can.
If you want to get a job here, sign up in islandrhythms.com and specify what type of position you want.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can't choose production because I already filled it up. So.
We actually looking for social media assistants. So if you think that you can handle that type of a job, represent sponsors, represent yourself, become a young influencer or even an old influencer. You want to come in.
Yes.
Pay me a visit. I'll help you fill out the application, and let's see how we get this rolling.
I'm saying if you are interested,
You have to be interested,
If you have to be interested. You have to be dedicated.
dedicated,
And
committed. It's a career that there are a lot of young people out there now who are becoming young influencers, and you have to want it. They start off with using their Instagram, their Facebook, and so forth, posting a lot of different content. But hey, Miami Media School is there to guide you, so you can join that school. You can go to school, do the course, and how long did it take you to
8 months. 8 months.
8 months.
Yes, it's 8 months.
Eight month course.
And also, again, and I also like how their teaching style. You can either do physical or online.
Nice.
They give you the choice.
Nice.
And there's also night and day. For me
Right.
personally, I couldn't do day.
Right.
I did night. Personally, I like the night classes better because because there's less people and you could get the more one-on-one experience with the
Okay.
instructors.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I felt like, again, I gotta thank Angel for telling me about this gig, because he literally told me, he just called me saying like, Eliseo, there's a job opening
know
for
this
this
is
and
for
I
you.
need you to sign it now, because I was gonna wait for it, but he's like, no, sign it now.
Oh wow.
Now I did it immediately. Then
So you saw the opportunity.
I saw the opportunity and took it.
Hey, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Island Riddims. Baby E over there.
Yes.
Osby right here.
Yeah.
We're going to jump into something that is very special. You know what? Come to think about it, let's just go into the next item here. I have, Burna Boy spoke about what Afrobeat is all about. Let's jump into the dembow part of it
Oh,
that came from the Dominican Republic,
yeah.
right? Well, I don't think it generated it started there, but for whatever reason,
Popular there. There's a lot of
it became popular. Yeah,
genre is more popular in Dominican Republic.
they're claiming that they are the owners of this type of music, but I believe that the beat, it started in Panama. But let's listen in. Let's listen into the history of where dembow came from.
Como cada cierto tiempo nace un género dentro de la industria musical que aporta colores y sonidos diferentes y trae consigo nuevos artistas, cada uno de los cuales aporta nuevos estilos y creatividad al género. El nuevo género dembow, canción o ritmo, es un género con mucha vibra y energía que pone a bailar a cualquier persona. Como todo género urbano, en sus inicios, ha sido muy criticado, pero que al final pasa a formar parte del diario vivir del entretenimiento. Los inicios del dembow empiezan a principios de los años 90, donde la palabra dembow provenía de dem, que significa ellos, y bow, que significa arco, refiriéndose a la palabra dembow a los actos homofóbicos y homosexuales de la época. Luego de esto, a finales de los 90, el artista jamaiquino Jabba Ranks lanza una canción que llevaba como nombre Dembow.
Dembow, 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 dembow. Man on the table, me say that him bow. Gyal a clean rifle, me say that she bow.
Años más tarde, un productor jamaiquino conocido como Dennis Halliburton, radicado en Nueva York, produce el mismo ritmo pero con sonidos diferentes y con letras traducidas al español.
Dembow, 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 dembow. Hombre con esa falda que se zumbó. Alza la mano si no vende zumbo. Gritando fuerte no vende zumbo. Hombre con esa falda que se zumbó.
El dembow en español fue acogido por productores y artistas panameños que realizaron versiones en español del mismo dembow que se hacía en Jamaica, aunque sus raíces han provenido de Jamaica y luego expandiéndose hacia la ciudad de Nueva York y Panamá. Hoy en día, cuando hablamos del dembow, pensamos en la República Dominicana, donde un grupo de productores y artistas aportaron sus propios colores y crearon un ritmo similar al que le han puesto como nombre hoy en día dembow.
Veo, si me lo dices no te creo. Veo que en tu nalga te rodean 5 dedos. Morfeo, mamadeo, quiere mi fideo. Porque se le embala por grande o por feo.
El movimiento en República Dominicana se le atribuye a DJ Bollo, el cual con la influencia de Jamaica y Panamá utiliza los mismos ritmos, pero de forma más rápida.
La mujer es andadora, andadora, andadora. Quiero una chica que me quiere y que me adora. Andadora.
Al pasar de los años, los dominicanos se fueron adueñando del ritmo, aportándoles sus dialectos callejeros y colores criollos. Dentro de los primeros artistas del dembow en República Dominicana podemos mencionar a DJ Bollo, Los Pepe, Pablo Piri, Mr. Manjao, Chimbala y El Chic, a los cuales se agregaron más tarde artistas como Secreto, el famoso Biberón, Los Pachuché, El Alfa, siendo este último el responsable de pegar el dembow internacionalmente con colaboraciones como La Romana con Bad Bunny, la cual fue catalogada como la canción más exitosa del álbum Por Siempre, llevando así el género al magnífico escenario de Viña del Mar.
Chile, directamente de la República Dominicana, el Alfa, el jefe.
Hoy en día, el género está establecido en República Dominicana como el género dominante en la radio y en los barrios más populares, y por la trayectoria del género, muchos afirman que es el nuevo reggaetón, ya que se trata de un ritmo aún más bailable y con una vibra increíble, la cual se mezcla con el calor y la cultura dominicana para darle al ritmo el verdadero sazón latino.
So actually, dembow,
It's Jamaican.
yeah,
It came from Jamaica,
yeah.
from a Jamaican artist.
Can you believe that?
No.
Of course not, because that's where it actually started there. And that word dembow came from a Shabarang song,
Yeah.
and then it went over to Panama. El General,
Yeah.
he did a remake of that Shabarang song
Yeah.
that went very popular. He no longer is into the music industry. I think he's into preaching now, El General.
I do not know.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't know him. You probably wasn't even born yet when all this was.
Pretty sure it wasn't even a sale.
But here we are right now, where this word or this phrase dembow has transcended into a genre of music, and the Dominican Republic took it over.
Yeah.
And
Made it
actually,
their own.
the biggest song for 2022, one of the biggest songs I will say, is it came from the same artist from Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And I think that song, he did a dembow song that called Titi Me Preguntó,
Yeah.
and that song went to #1 and had over 500 million, I think it is, views, probably close to 1 billion right now. So that's another genre that we play right here on Island Riddims.
Yeah.
Tell me something else about the other song or the other genre that is related to the dembow. Reggaeton. Well, you know what? I think it's time for us to listen to that and find out where that came from and how did that start up.
How did it originate?
Right. Let's listen to that, ladies and gentlemen.
Reggaeton has like an incredible history. It started in Panama, like in the Canal Zone, and it was started by a bunch of like West Indian, like Black Panamanians. And it was originated as like Spanish reggae, and it became a way to combat racism and oppression. So it kind of started there and then turned into like Spanish dance hall, and then eventually what we know as reggaeton today.
If you see it like compared to like hip hop, what it was, I think it has a similar story. It comes from, the underground. People are living, the struggles and stuff. And a lot of people started to say it was a phase. It will last like 1 or 2 years and it's gonna disappear. Neglected by a lot of people.
Uno escuchaba reggaetón y quizás tu abuelo decían como que ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué estás escuchando? O quita eso. Pero ya es como que ya se ha vuelto parte de todos y es como que, bueno, esa canción me gusta, esa canción está buena. O pone esa canción de, no sé, artistas como quizás gente de Zona o Luis Fonsi, que han hecho que también sea algo más global y sea algo más audible para todo tipo de público.
So I grew up in Puerto Rico. People are from Puerto Rico, they grow up with a lot of music, like from, listening to our grandfathers and our parents. My mom's Dominican, so I heard a lot of merengue growing up. But you also had like my friends' dads are Puerto Rican, so they will have salsa. And, on Christmas you hear like plena and bomba. But at the same time, we're tied to the States, so, growing up, I used to hear a lot of, the pop music or rock music or hip hop, with our own version of, urban type music, which was reggaeton being formed and, rap and reggaeton. So I had like all those mixtures coming in, and I think that has a lot to do with, me being here today and having all these different types of influences.
Growing up, I definitely listened to a lot of like NSYNC and Christina Aguilera and Whitney Houston. But then when I started getting into my older years and going out to the clubs with my fake ID, we would listen to a lot of hip hop, like Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, listen to a lot of reggae, a lot of dance hall, a lot of reggaeton. It's just like club music, like what you would listen to when you go out and party.
La verdad, mi papá tenía una banda de rock. Y él siempre le gustó mucho el rock latino, era muy fan de los Beatles. Y mi mamá era un poco más de fiesta, como de la música de baile, y a ella le gustaba más el reggaetón. Y yo tengo recuerdos así, cuando tenía como 4 o 5 años, de estar escuchando en la radio una canción de Don Omar, no sé por qué siempre recuerdo eso. Y era la música que me gustaba, igual uno niño como que le gustaba la música que te hace bailar y eso, y a mí eso era la música que me gustaba, el reggaetón.
Reggaeton has a really specific set of, you know, samples, like 4 or 5, like specific type of kick drums and, you know, snares. So little by little, I started to like mess around with that and use like a hip hop type of kick or like a dance type of kick and, you know, figure out a different way to use a different type of sample for the snare. And it just converts into, you know, something different that you probably, you know, the groove is the same groove of a reggaeton track, the same tempo, but the sounds are not the same. So it totally changes your idea of it.
Bueno, la verdad, en este pack traté de plasmar un poco el sonido que he venido trabajando. Más allá de que suene lindo o que suene clean, lo que se busca son texturas. Sonidos diferentes, texturas diferentes, sensaciones diferentes al escuchar un beat o algo. Y me gusta mucho que se sienta como un viaje. Que uno pueda cerrar los ojos y sienta como que wow, ¿dónde estoy? O estoy en otro lugar, o que pueda disfrutar la música más allá de escucharla y eso, como de sentirlo como tal y sentir que estoy en otra dimensión, no sé, me gusta ese viaje.
When I moved to New York in 2010, I felt like I wanted to make something that I just didn't hear what like the modern pop world was doing. Like I think at the time what was popping was Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, and I felt like I wanted to make something that I could relate as a young female and like something that spoke to me and something that I wanted to hear, which was like more kind of like darker, vibey, like R&B, kind of like almost like a rappy, singy vibe, because that's just what I thought was cool. So it became that fusion of those things that I loved, like Afrobeat, vibey, but Latin, and then R&B kind of all together. And then how do I make it pop?
I felt when I started to experiment and trying to, you know, incorporate those different types of, you know, kick sounds or snares or, you know, synthesizers, you know, just explore and do things that feel amazing to me, even though I think, you know, people won't get it at the time, the artist won't understand exactly what it is, or they would rather play it safe. But, you know, you'll find those people that you know, are in your same mindset and, you know, just want to do amazing music, amazing art. And, you know, working with Wisin and Yandel, you know, the iconic duo from Puerto Rico, given a chance to just show them some beats that felt dope to me and having them do a song and, you know, put that song out and, you know, become Abusadora, and that becomes, you know, something that's totally left side from what everybody else was doing, you know, eventually ended up like winning my first Grammy. And, you know, it's just amazing to see how when you put, you know, your ideas out there and you just go with, you know, what feels amazing to you and bet on yourself, I think that's the special part of it.
La verdad, siento que el género está en un constante como refresh, está como refrescándose cada cierto tiempo, con productores como Tiny, como Sky, e incluso artistas como Ra o Alejandro, que ahora ha sacado mucha música diferente, donde mezcla el house, donde mezcla algo más como synthwave.
I think honestly it's endless with reggaeton. I mean, you see a lot of stuff happening with kind of pop 80s Anglo elements mixing with the dembow, and you see like a lot of people doing a lot of interesting cool things with it. I think we're gonna see a lot of like really cool like pop punk stuff happening around reggaeton. The net is endless because it is the biggest genre in the world right now. The fusions are just gonna go crazy from all different parts of the world.
And you know, hey, that's quite interesting because it's just the other day we were actually when was it, last week? I took you to
Not last week, like a month ago. Like
no. Actually it's last week because I took you to a store, VP
Oh,
Records.
I thought you were talking about Carnival.
No.
Last year.
No. I took you to VP Records, and I was telling you that, you know, at VP Records, they are a store that, you know, has everyone's music when it comes to the genre of dancehall, reggaeton. Well, the reggaeton, I don't think they're up to speed with that.
Yeah,
but
they have like a lot of soca,
dancehall, right,
reggae,
right.
a lot of
And the reggaeton, talking about the reggaeton, the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word reggaeton, you think about people like Tego Calderon, Daddy Yankee, Wisin Yandel. These are guys who took this genre of music up to the next level.
Nicky Jam.
And Nicky Jam, yeah. They won Latin Grammys for this type of genre. And I mean, they became multi-millionaires off of this and out of this type of music. I mean, my kudos to them. To have them on Island Rhythms will be an honor to find out how they started, what inspired them to get into the type of music. But when I listened to this interview and the Dembow interview, most of these guys, had limited opportunities, in their country to actually get out there.
Yeah.
A lot of them lived in poverty. So they, this was like their way out of poverty to get out there, speak about things that happened to them. And it's the same thing that happened with rap music here in America.
Like I said, like how rap became a thing.
Right.
Like it used to just be like, the DJ, like, scratching all the records.
Yep.
And then it became, what we have today. And I like how it's kind of like the same thing. And also, because it's kind of true, because it's like rap and reggaeton was the underground.
They were.
People thought at the time it was like a negative because they kind of put it with poverty.
Right.
Or like you're poor.
Right.
That's why you like all this music, but it's not a phase. It didn't become a phase.
I grew up, back in the days, wanting to become a rapper. And I grew up wanting to become a rapper.
Well,
I had a little bit of the talent, but I think I was better at rapping cheese, and bread.
Press the button. Press that button.
Yeah, press the button. Oh, I gotta press that button.
Rapping cheese.
I was better at rapping cheese and bread and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then rapping.
That's the kind of rapping I was good at. But I still do my thing whenever I get the urge to go out there and do something. I go out and do it. We have the talent, we have the drive in us, so we go out and do things. You do your stuff also.
Yeah, I do music. I used to. It's been a while since I've done it, but I do music.
You told me a story once that you were trying to impress a girl with a song.
Okay.
Yes.
No, you put me in the spot. No.
Yes.
But not, my parents are watching.
Okay.
Over there. No,
All right.
I'll say it. So basically, it was not it was like a bet. It was more like a bet. She's like, you bet you won't make a song about me. And I'm the type of person who doesn't take that.
And this was in high school.
This was during quarantine, mind you. It was during quarantine. So what I did was, you know what? She said, I bet you won't make a song about me. So you know what? I took that personally because I could do it. I know I could have done it. I could do it.
Right.
So what I did, I found a beat off of YouTube. I legally downloaded it. Hey, I was reckless back then. No, but so I used my phone, mind you. I didn't have a system like that we have in the studio and all that stuff. I used my phone. I downloaded the beat on my phone. I made the song on my phone.
Okay.
That's what I did. I used my phone and all that stuff.
Right.
And then I made it and I called it. So I'm like, I didn't even write the lyrics. I was just doing it in a freestyle. I'm like, oh, Emma, Dilemma, Girl Stuck. It became a hit. Then I just got the chorus. And then when I did it, I did not wrote anything down.
You did it in your house, of course.
Yeah, I did it in my house, my mom's house. And I just did it like, boom. I freestyled the whole entire thing. I'm not lying. I freestyled the whole entire song. And boom. And I called the song Emma. And I said, oh yeah, because you were saying, I'm like, and I was like, I made a song about you. Like, no, you didn't. I'm like, go check out my YouTube right now. I told you. Like, so that's how.
After that, she had a crush on you after that?
Huh?
After that crush?
Oh yeah, after that.
The song Crush? Did you get a kiss?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh,
she went for another person.
Oh man, the song didn't work out.
No, it did not work out.
You see,
but
did you do it? Did you do it in a reggaeton or you did it in?
No, I did it in English. It was English. It was hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
I guess that's why. That's why you needed to do a reggaeton.
She wasn't even Hispanic.
Yeah, she wasn't Hispanic.
No.
But reggaeton is the biggest thing out right now. You
At the
should have.
time, it was not.
Okay.
It wasn't.
But you needed to do a reggaeton.
That's true.
Reggaeton is the in thing.
Yeah.
They say reggaeton papacito. Okay. So,
Reggaeton, papacito.
papacito.
Well, no. Enough. I've been talking about me. I want to know. You should tell them the story about Britango.
Británico, siendo
Yes.
Latino.
Yes.
Well, that's where the soca. I'm gonna leave the soca for the last thing, but for the last of the interviews that we have here, the recorded interviews, video clips. But let's jump into the dance hall. I can tell you this much. You know, I grew up loving dance hall and soca.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Dance hall, you know, of course, you know, came from that part of reggae music. It's all reggae music. Right, and the guys over there, I can't give you a history of how it originated, but we have a clip here that I want to share with you guys to listen to how the dance hall was originated, and then I can probably elaborate a little bit more on what I want to say. So let me jump in. Let's jump into the dance hall, where dance hall originated from. Okay, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
So first off, what exactly is dancehall?
This is where the sound systems play and DJs sing talk on records.
In the 1960s, a newly independent Jamaica had an explosion of popular music, beginning with ska, then rocksteady, then reggae. Although many of the country's poorest residents could not afford record players, those who did own one would set up their gear outside, so their neighbors could come by to hang out, listen, and dance. Eventually, some wise folks realized they could sell beer or snacks and invest the money into bigger and better sound systems. And thus, dance halls blossomed, becoming an informally formal part of Jamaica's inner-city culture. The people who ran the sound systems were called selectors, and in addition to choosing which songs to play, they would have to keep the crowd energized by toasting. This included talking to the audience between songs or adding some hoots and howlers to the songs themselves. Eventually, some audiences grew to enjoy toasting more than the actual vocals. And in 1970, the DJ U-Roy had a hit single made up entirely of toasting called Wake the Town.
Do it, baby, do it. You can wake it up, baby, you can wake it up.
In a sense, this is the first song ever of dancehall as a genre of music. One person who enjoyed going to dance halls around this time was Kool Herc, who lived in Kingston until he moved to New York City in the late 60s. In the following years, he would introduce the Bronx to dance parties and toasting, developing the techniques on the mic and on the turntable that would soon become hip-hop.
That part right there, when the break, boom, I had to come in with bongo rock.
But that's a whole other story. Many of dancehall's biggest stars would come from rough backgrounds. Sugar Minot grew up in the Maxfield Avenue district, a neighborhood that, while considered a ghetto, was not the worst in Kingston. Though his family could not afford a TV, he was lucky to live in a neighborhood with 3 major sound systems. He just had to find a way to sneak through the fence, since minors were not supposed to get in. Sugar Minot had a successful career in reggae before pioneering the edgier sound that would define dancehall in the 1980s. Yellow Man grew up in the same neighborhood at the Maxfield Children's Home, an orphanage. He was abandoned by his parents for unknown reasons, but likely due to some combination of poverty and his albinism, which was stigmatized in Jamaica. Though his early years were incredibly difficult, being ostracized by the other kids, a silver lining came when he moved to the Alpha Boys School, a home for wayward kids that had a strong music program. By the early 1980s, Yellow Man was a huge success and one of the first dancehall singers to sign with a major American record label. Sister Nancy grew up one of 15 kids in a 2-room house on the outskirts of Kingston.
We're like Christian-minded people, Rastafarians, and God-fearing.
She was mesmerized one night seeing her older brother take a mic at a dance hall down the street. At age 15, she decided to finally try it herself, much at the disapproval of her father, a pastor. In order to get opportunities at the mic, she would have to sneak out of the house and win over a crowd skeptical about a female DJ. As popular as dancehall was, it was reviled by Kingston's more upstanding citizens. It was seen as crude and dangerous, a culture that promoted drug use, sex, and violence. But for those working-class kids who couldn't afford instruments, let alone music lessons, to perform in the city's upscale theaters, dancehall offered more attainable goals. They could aspire to become singers, DJs, selectors, or sound system operators. Or they could become an engineer, the person who created the backing tracks for others to sing or toast over. Starting in the late 60s, Jamaican record labels would put instrumental versions on the B-side of a single. Always trying to outdo one another, sound system operators like King Tubby began to process these tracks with reverb and delay, making them sound bigger and wilder at their concerts. These edited tracks became known as a dub, yet another genre to be born as a byproduct of dancehall. And yes, this is the same dub that would eventually lead to dubstep. One important thing to understand about sound systems is that they weren't just a collection of gear and technicians. They became famous in their own right. They operated more like record labels, with names like Gemini or Volcano, and they worked often exclusively with a handful of singers and DJs. People would often go out to see a sound system more so than the DJs that were attached to it. And one way sound systems could outdo one another was by paying for dub plates. Custom dubs that were only printed once on a single acetate record. So if the beat was a hit, the audience could only hear it by attending one of their shows. Of course, other sound systems could attempt to recreate it and have their own singers write melodies and lyrics over it. And sure enough, that's exactly what they did. Over time, when you dive into dancehall, you come across the word riddim. That's R-I-D-D-I-M. These are popular instrumental dubs that take on a life of their own, beyond whatever hit first spawned them. And there may be dozens, if not hundreds of songs using that same rhythm. For example, the songs that led off this video all used the Mad Mad rhythm, based off this song by Alton Ellis. And according to RhythmGuide.com, there's over 200 songs that use it. Another one you heard is the Full Up rhythm, based off this song by Jackie Mateau and Sound Dimension. Again, over 200 songs have been released using this rhythm. In the early 80s, almost all dancehall rhythms were based off instrumental, rocksteady, and reggae tracks recorded back in the 60s. And this is a big part of what drew me into the genre. Like old school hip-hop, they have a warm, nostalgic sound, beefed up with just the right amount of reverb and tape saturation. That would all change, however, in 1985, when the first digital rhythm debuted at a sound clash between the King Jammy and Gemini sound systems. The Slain Tane rhythm, which was composed with the Casio keyboard, was an immediate hit. Again, you'll find countless more songs using this backing track.
This is a song of the old time proverbs,
including another interesting tidbit here. The bass line, which came preloaded on the Casio, was allegedly inspired by Hang On To Yourself by David Bowie. So file dancehall under another genre David Bowie may have helped influence. One unfortunate side effect to dancehall's open use of rhythms is that the original creator rarely gets compensation. Likewise, singers would not always get royalties, even when their song was a hit.
Everybody wanted to hear the voice on the radio. So if a producer approach you, we do them free because they don't pay you. After 32 years I did the song, they didn't give me the money for 32 years.
This has changed somewhat over the years, as Jamaica strengthened its copyright laws in 1993, and more artists today are able to release music internationally, in countries where it's easier to win copyright disputes. Dancehall has continued to evolve with the new styles and technology of each decade. The 90s saw stars like Shabba Ranks, while the 2000s brought Sean Paul. That wraps up this brief intro to the world of dancehall.
Wow. So you actually got it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
In such a short, well, it wasn't that short. It's like about 10 minutes long. But dancehall, you know, when you talk about people like Sugar Minot, Yellow Man, these were people back in the days when I was around. You weren't around.
I was not a cell.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, probably your mom and dad were around. Well, of course, they were around. And they didn't know what that music was, but they were making babies. They probably heard the beat. They probably heard that beat, that do 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 do, and started making babies. And then you were created.
No, I was created 2003. 2000.
2000. Okay, well.
Sean Paul was my guy.
Okay, there you go. Well, still, dancehall, at that time, dancehall was big, huge, right? You couldn't even, I don't think reggaeton, not even dembow in that time was even recognized. Yeah. The music was playing, but not as big as dancehall. Dancehall was.
I'm pretty sure, no.
Dancehall was basically.
Dembow, I'm pretty sure came years later.
Right.
And so did reggaeton.
Yeah, but dancehall has its popular artists. The thing is, none of them has evolved and has transcended like the artists that are now doing their thing in reggaeton or
Afrobeats.
Or Afrobeats,
like Burna Boy. Burna Boy.
Yeah, he's the biggest thing out right now.
Yeah, and also Wizkid.
Wizkid, right?
Era Star.
Yeah. She has this awesome song that I can never get out of my system.
Rush?
Yeah, Rush. My goodness, she is, And right now there's another young lady who is actually doing pretty well.
Bianca?
With her song People.
Yeah.
Beautiful Afrobeat song. Well, ladies and gentlemen, definitely you are here with us. Island Riddims, and we are talking about the genres that Island Riddims play that we rotate on the platform. And you can, once you follow the website www.islandriddims with 2 D's.com and an S at the end. Okay, that's www.islandriddims.com. You will be able to see all of the music that we are streaming live 24/7.
And it's good quality music.
Good quality music.
Yes.
Everything that is trending, you can see it right here.
Station.
Yeah. Okay, and they're not getting it like how we are doing it. You wouldn't find it in the mainstream media like how we are putting it out there.
Do it, we will.
We will do it. And if you have a soca song, a dancehall song, or reggaeton or dembow, reggaeton and dembow, they are doing it really well nowadays because they have a mechanism in place, a tool in place where there's a young man named Santiago in the Dominican Republic. He has taken over the machinery of marketing dembow.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him. He is really, really someone to look up to when it comes to getting their genre of music out there. But he also deviate into the reggaeton because I saw him doing interviews with the reggaeton artists like Daddy Yankee. He had an interview with Don Omar. He had lots of interviews. So these guys are doing really well within their genre. The thing is this, soca music I don't think it's getting its credit. You hit the nail on the head. You thank you for bringing the word out for
I
me.
love soca music. You introduced me to
I
soca.
love it. You've been to the carnivals. You've been here. You've been there. You've been to the carnival here in Miami.
Yeah.
You haven't been to the carnival in
Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, let me tell you something now. All right? Because, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into the next something that I'm going to talk about is, well, you know what? Let me just give you.
Let's give them what soca is.
Let me hold off on that for 1 minute, but just get something from Miami Media School once again because you need to know where the talent is coming from.
An unlimited connection to others, and a platform for you. Social media is where you can thrive. If you have a passion for media, either on camera or behind the scenes, Miami Media School can change your life in just 8 short months. Learn from the pros and get the skills you need. Start creating engaging social media content about what you want. You can get paid to create. It starts by visiting beonair.com. Call Miami Media School at 305-728-1120.
Hey, Miami Media School. Check them out. They're also on our Facebook page. They also have a Facebook page.
Instagram.
Yes. Instagram, everything.
TikTok.
All right. So we were talking about the soca
How it
music.
does not get justice.
It's not getting justice.
It should be more recognized.
Yes.
People should know about it.
It should be. Listen, lots of people know about it. Let me put it this way. The carnival would speak for itself because I took you for the first time. I introduced you to soca music. And the carnival here in Miami was,
It was Metro booming.
yes, over 20,000 people present. A lot of people from different culture and heritage. All there at that one spot down next to FIU, Florida International University, in the park, next to the park. And man, it was awesome.
I will go there again.
Oh, I know you will go there again because I put this young man to record. I put him to film, and he came back a different color. I want to know if he was really filming or if he was.
I wear the white shirt. Let me just say, I wear the white shirt. That shirt was not white no more.
Okay.
I even have the hat to prove it. The color has faded, but the color has faded, but this hat was drenched in color.
Iconic, man. Iconic. This guy enjoyed himself. When it comes to soca music, soca is basically what you call happy music. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna play a clip in a little bit that talks more about soca music. But yeah, I personally feel soca's not getting its justice. And as much as I love all the different genres that we play Afro beats once again. We play dembow that the Dominican Republic has taken over. Reggaeton from out of Puerto Rico, Panama, where it all originated, and of course, we the next one that we spoke about was what? Dancehall. All right, and we just spoke about dancehall and how that originated, which is related to the dembow and the reggaeton. Right, so you see where those originated from. They have something in common, and now we up to soca, which is more of a faster pace. It is a faster pace, but who can relate to the soca music? The Afro beats. Yeah, because Afro beats have fast pace also. That fast pace also. It so happened that Afro beats is getting a lot of credit, and it's doing justice. African music, but or like Burna Boy said, Afro fusion music. But when it comes to soca music, I tend to feel that we have the following, but
it's not getting released more.
Right, we're not getting justice, and I don't believe that people are actually out there. The artists
putting themselves out there.
I probably think it's not only that they're not putting themselves out there, but I believe it have to do something with finances also. Some are in that position where they have the talent, but they don't have the means and the ways of getting that talent, to be recorded and so forth. It's being controlled by a selected few, probably, right? And I will need someone to give me an insight on that. But our aim is here on the Morning Movement is to basically, get people in an interview who can talk to us about, the challenges that they have with their music, getting their music out there and so forth. But before we get into that, let's and hey, I got something coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Island Rhythms and the Morning Movement. I have something that has been trending, a video clip that has been trending all weekend long, and it came from the carnival in St. Croix that just occurred this past weekend. Okay, I'm gonna bring that to you a little bit later, and wow, it's a sight to see. So you better don't go any place. But let's jump in first to where the Soca. Let's listen to Ziggy Ranking on his review on how Soca was originated and where it came from, what it's all about, and that kind of stuff. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Ziggy Ranking.
Well, soca music is an evolution of calypso music. Late great Ras Shorty, one of our great calypsonians. Saw the beauty in our culture and mixed African rhythm, East Indian rhythm, and calypso, and put it all into one melting pot. And that is how soca came about.
The way you move your spine, the way you move your body, girl, you really blow me mind.
To describe soca is kind of hard, just listening to the rhythms and listening to the lyrics for the first time, you wouldn't really catch it. So soca is something you have to experience for yourself. You have to experience the vibes, experience the culture. You have to go to a soca fete or even jump up in the carnival and experience the song and what the song does to the revelers and the people at that time. You know what I mean? So soca is something I would say you have to experience. You know what I mean? You can't just tell somebody what soca is. You have to feel it, feel the vibes, feel what it do to the spirit. So soca is something best experienced. What does soca have to do? Well, soca have to give you a good vibes, you know what I mean? Something to free up your mind, free up your soul, free up your spirit, make you forget the problems are today, the problems are yesterday, and enjoy yourself right now at that time, at that moment when that song is playing. So soca music is supposed to give you a good vibes, a good feeling, no negative feelings, no down feeling. You're not supposed to hear soca and feel depressed. Soca is all about happiness, upbeat, up tempo. You know what I mean? To lively up the vibes, the spirit, and the soul. So that's what soca is intended to do, and any good soca will definitely do that to you. Must feel it.
Hey, Mr. Driver, make another pen, so me can see the girl back.
Well, the function of soca music in the society and carnival time, as I said before, is really a free up, something for you to ease up yourself and enjoy yourself. Soca has come a long way in the sense that it's no longer jump and wave your flag type of music. I mean, the artists try to more make it a personal experience, you know what I mean? So they would more say like we and I, in their song. So when you singing out this song, when you're in a fete or in a carnival party, I mean, you feel like you're talking about yourself, you know what I mean? Rather than it's a general thing, they personalize it.
And I feel like I just win $1 million. Everybody watching me, wearing $1 million. Cause eyes are big and now. Watch how my fat bumper walking from night till morning. And I don't give a damn cause eyes are big and now. We're ready for the road. We're ready for the road. The city, put Bondo. We jamming still. The building, put Bondo. We jamming still. We jamming. Just hold them and walk them. Hold them and walk them.
So it's a free up kind of thing in the society, where it means this time of the year is your time to just forget everything. The soca music is a happy music that people look forward to forget all the worries, all the problems, you know what I mean? All the big songs right now, the last 2-3 years, it's all personalized songs. When you sing it, you feel like you're singing about yourself. You know what I mean? So that's about it. I'm your boy Ziggy Rankin, answering your questions about soca. Boom.
So you heard that live and direct soca music, how it originated and the impact that it have around the world. Baby E, Osby, Island Riddims, the Morning Movement, we don't feel that soca is getting its justice at all. You know, it's something that it's something that kind of boggles my mind because it's doing so good to us because we hear it every day. We play the music, and when songs are released, we get them right here on Island Riddims.
Like out of all the genres that we play here, for me personally, soca is one of my favorites. So it's like, and I love hearing soca music every time when it comes on because I know at this point I listen to all the songs that he sent me are mostly like a lot of soca music.
Right.
That he sends me and all that stuff, and I listen to him.
Right.
And hearing them, it's just amazing.
I realize that you don't even pay attention to the dance hall and so forth. You know the other genres. You kind of particularly like Afro beats, Afro fusion music, and soca a lot. I realize that.
Yeah.
I realize that. You speak Spanish and you don't even listen to the dembow.
Okay. It's not that I don't listen to dembow.
Okay. What is it?
I get annoyed with it.
You get annoyed.
Dembow. Okay. I do like some of them. I like some of them. I like some of them. Like Angel Dior.
Okay.
Eliala.
And who else?
Eliala. And Alpha.
El Jala.
El
Jala. And Alpha.
El Alpha, like that one song.
Alpha and El Jala. Yeah. All three of them are doing good right now. And as a matter of fact, Alpha is the pioneer of the dembow music. He's trying to keep it alive because these genres will be these genres will be alive in the world today and they could be dead tomorrow. If it's up to the artist to basically keep them alive because
but I also feel like dembow they like these are out of all the songs that you send me, like constantly they're like it's either soca, dembow, dancehall, and Afrobeats.
Right.
Afrobeats, they take time with it.
Right.
They take time with it.
They take time.
They like to take time. And soca also as well, but dancehall and dembow, I swear to you, next morning there's probably a new dancehall song right now.
Yes.
And
well,
dembow,
no, not dancehall.
No,
reggaeton. No, dembow.
Reggaeton, they also take their time with it.
Right.
I like reggaeton.
Right.
Like I listen. My cousin likes reggaeton. She loves.
So
it.
we hear, not to cut you off, but we hear at this juncture, this point, where we realize, for the 6 months, Island Riddims has been on the air, has been rotating songs that are being sent to us that we subscribe to. We realize that out of all the genres, the ones that put music out the most are very fast. Or faster, we should say.
Like faster.
Yeah.
For me, it's dembow and
dembow.
And dancehall.
And dancehall. You think so? No, I wouldn't say much dancehall because we don't have much in the system. I think it's dembow and soca.
Yeah.
We have a lot of soca in the system. And
I'm saying like more like music video wise.
Right.
Like, of course, the audio, like, yeah.
Okay, got you. So there we go. If that's
audio, if we're talking about audio, soca, because there could be on the next day, probably 20 or 30 plus soca songs that have been up.
Right, that are released.
If we're talking about music videos.
Right.
I feel like dembow, it's just like there. They don't even have an audio for it sometimes. Like it's hard to find an audio for dembow.
Right.
Like, but if for music video for dembow, I'm pretty sure tomorrow
there's a new one out.
30 dembow music videos up tomorrow.
Wow. So ladies and gentlemen, so we see that there are a number of challenges within the music industry, especially when it comes to these genres of music, where
they focus on releasing the music video and the music, not
quickly
on the quality.
The quality.
They're mostly focusing how I see more quantity.
Right.
More quality.
You're getting quantity than quality.
Yeah. More quantity than quality.
Maybe we should send this message over to Santiago, since he has a voice over there in the Dominican Republic, letting those they call them demboceros know that, hey, guys, it's not just about putting a music video out there and keep repeating itself. Molineo, teteo, molineo.
Like I swear to you, I can pretty sure how to make. I'm trying to say this is basic. A just like a basic dembow music video, not a dembow song.
Right.
All you need is a lot of people dancing,
Girls twerking.
girls throwing that ass, and also a lot of alcohol being wasted, not even touching your mouth.
Yes.
And also the crowd and the artist in the middle of the crowd where there's a huge circle where no one is there yet.
That's how it is.
And also the cameras and different effects like
going and moving around and so forth. So that's how they depict. That's how you depict the Dembao making their music videos.
And when you see the music, you see the same people that in one Dembao artist song, one Dembao artist song, and they're in another Dembao artist.
In the same song,
and sometimes they're in the same spot.
Same spot.
They're in the same spot. That's what
El Cuarentito.
Yeah,
the 42. They call it the 42. 42nd Street.
Angel Dior. I feel like he is revolution. He's a new face of Dembao.
Right.
Because his music is like different.
Okay.
Like, it's more like he's rapping, but he's also singing at the same time.
Right.
Which I like it.
It's a funny kind of singing, but it is something different.
It's different, and I love it.
And he can sing,
I know, like I'm saying.
He can sing. I saw an interview with him that where he was singing. Actually he was singing, but it's this flow that they carry over into the rap scene, rap dance. Singing like a sing J, like dancehall people will say.
It's just like how there's some rappers that sing.
That sing, correct.
That's what it reminds me of. That's how I can that's how I can connect with it.
Right.
Because it reminds me of Osiris.
Right.
One of a rapper who he's a rapper, but he also he sings as well, and as well. That's what I like about it.
But Soca is not getting that kind of leverage. Soca music.
Soca is actually good. Like Patrice Roberts, she is amazing.
She is. I mean, in all aspects, you can. She looks good. She's a beautiful lady. She brings out quality music. Her videos, when they put out a video, it's top quality.
It's not like they don't rush it,
right?
Like they don't. That's what I like. They don't rush it and all that stuff. You can tell if they rush, they rush a video. Like Drew.
Yes, we call her Drew.
Ricardo Drew.
Her boyfriend.
Yeah, her boyfriend. No,
yes.
Her fiance.
Oh, fiance.
Fiance. They're engaged.
Okay.
He has a new song, Roll Up. Instead of a music video, they did a visualizer, which I love.
Right.
Like for me, yes, it's not a music video at all, but it's like a concept of it's not the music video, but it's what you have for now, and I love it.
Right.
And yes, it's wobbly and awesome, but that's why I like it. It's not the music video, but it's let me just show you. This is how it looks like for now.
Okay.
Until I get the music video.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Island Riddims. You're listening to Island Riddims. This is the morning movement. Yeah. Baby E, Osby, and we are talking about. We actually, this is the last half hour that we have. We are talking about the genres that we are rotating here on Island Riddims, and we want to give the opportunity to all the artists out there for those different type of genres. The last one, of course, we are discussing is the soca music and where it came from. Ziggy Ranking gave us an idea, an overview of where soca or what soca music is and where it originated from,
and how it got to now.
And how it got to where it's at right now. Marshall Montano, he is who is considered as he is the king of soca.
I know I like what Ziggy Ranking said.
Yeah.
Like how he said Soca is not like a copy of Calypso.
Soca.
It's the evolved
right.
version of Calypso. And I love how he said that.
Right.
Because he's saying okay, Soca and Calypso they're not the same thing in a way.
Right.
Soca Calypso evolved from Soca.
Right.
It gave Soca meaning today.
Right.
And that's what I love.
Actually, let's go back to the king of soca music right now, which is who is Marshall Montano.
Yeah.
And good morning to you, Mr. Montano. If you're listening, I grew up being a fan of him. His very first concert the first concert that I went to for Marshall Montano was actually in New York, in Brooklyn, New York, for the Labor Day weekend carnival. That was back in the 80s, and I took a picture with him. And I wish I had. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture. I think I have it up on my Facebook someplace, so I can put it up there. But he was very. You could see the youngness in his face, you know. But
Pretty sure you were young as well.
yeah, of course. But you know, but
I didn't want. I'm not trying to make. I'm just not the shade room. But I'm just saying,
yeah,
Devin, your age is showing.
throwing shade very early.
Your age is showing.
but you know, the guy, he is actually a legend. He did wonders with the music, with the genre. He, you know, inspired many other artists out there, but there were artists before him who actually was doing this thing. You know, we talk about legends like Sparrow, you know, Kitchener, King Obstinate. You know, these are a number of artists, that calypso artists that have inspired soca music in a way
to what it is today.
To what it is
like
today.
Even the Mighty Sparrow,
right?
Get his name right, Devin.
Right, the Mighty
You're
Sparrow.
older than me. You know him.
Yes.
You know this more than me.
Yes.
The Mighty Sparrow. He even has a song with Aaron Duncan.
Yes. Yes.
And Aaron Duncan, he's like the most. He's like the, and he even sang with him when he was younger.
Yes, that was one of the youngest. I see you following it very closely. That's good.
Yeah,
the young man is definitely working.
No, and I like how it was I think Legacy. Yeah, Legacy.
Yes, they sang a song together.
The song they did together.
Of
I like
the
how
Mighty Sparrow.
I like, this is the Mighty Sparrow alive and kicking. Like he's still
he's
saying, I'm still alive.
He's still alive and kicking, and he's in his chair.
Yeah, I'm still here. No, even though he is old, he still got it.
Yes, he
Not
does.
as he used to, but he still got it, and I love that.
He does. Well, listen, you know, I was saying about Marshall Montano, how you know he is carrying on the music, the soca music, and he did wonders also. But I still go back to the point that I'm making, where soca is not getting the justice it deserves. And I believe it's because of a lack of opportunity for many soca artists, where they can find funding to either build their craft, to display their craft, to demonstrate their craft. I believe that the industry is very selective, and there's a selected few that have it and can make major things happen for others. And I think persons like the same Marshall Montano, I think he is doing what he can to keep it alive. He have a concert every year for the Trinidad Carnival, and talking about concerts, talking about parade and all that kind of stuff. That is coming up in February. And we just had the Crucian Carnival, Crucian Festival, if you want to say, back in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands this weekend. And yes, there was a video that went viral. I mean, viral within the space of a couple of days. When I saw that video, I was like, you know, in shock, your mouth open, and you can't say anything. But there was some pictures being circulated. There were two pictures that are being circulated. One had some music to it, and the other one didn't really. Let me put up the one first, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I can find it. What do you have it on, though, my friend? You have it?
The videos.
Okay, so I'm going to go into videos, and I'm going to show you. Actually,
it's right there in the sound effect thing.
Okay, you know what? No, let me show you this one first. Okay, because this one was the highlight of the entire the entire carnival in the Virgin Islands in St. Croix. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are avid supporter like me, you know, you're in your age just like me, you're up in your 50s, your 40s, your 50s, and you don't do Instagram as much, but you follow Facebook. This was on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, and I want you to watch this, okay? And this went viral, and I couldn't believe it. Watch this.
Jesus. What a song about? I like titties. We like titties. I saw titties. Lot of titties. Titty nipple. Areola. Titty nipple. Areola.
I can't with this guy. I can't bring him anywhere.
My goodness.
Press that button. That was.
Hey, man, look. I couldn't believe this.
But the guy, he is right. The song is facts.
Listen, it's fast, but listen. You heard what he said?
I like titties.
The revelers, they were out there in the road, had this one particular. Look at the video very closely, okay?
Party Jesus. What a song about?
What do you see?
I like titties. We like titties. I saw titties. Lot of titties. Titty nipple. Areola.
I'm again.
Titty nipple. Areola.
No, you see a guy like just a girl who has her breast out.
Exactly.
That was the same thing that happened in the Carnival last year
in Miami.
In Miami.
Well, let me tell you this. This lady,
she
had her titties out. She had a little thing covering the nipples, of course, and she, and this guy went over and held them. And actually, they were.
What was this?
They were hanging. This was in St. Croix this weekend.
In BVI?
In the Virgin Islands, no, U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix. You see, that's another thing I got to teach this young man. I have to take him to the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I have to take him to the British Virgin Islands. British Virgin Islands is where I'm from. I'm going to show you a little video of the British Virgin Islands in a bit. Yeah. But look at this, what happened over the carnival, over the weekend in the U.S. Virgin Islands. This young lady, exposed herself. Of course, these are revelers who are out there masquerading on the road, for Juve and for parade. Yeah. And they were actually, it's
that was Juve.
I think that was the parade, actually, that she was there.
Which one, Juve?
But probably that was the Juve. Yeah.
Because
either Juve or parade.
In Carnival, they have the whole entire costume, all that stuff. Juve.
Yeah.
That's when all the woes come out.
Man.
That's where you need a preacher. Jesus.
All the what? All the.
You need what?
You call him the.
Wait, let me take him to church.
What?
The Juve, that's where all the sin.
The wolves, you call them? You call them the wolves?
Wolves. Be going.
Oh my goodness!
I'm pretty sure if you get the preacher, you'll be saying sin.
Preach it, my brother. Preach it. Oh my goodness!
As my brother once said in that video.
Party Jesus. What a song about? I like titties. We like titties.
Praise the Lord.
I saw titties. Lot of titties.
Preach it.
Titty nipple.
Yeah.
Areola. Titty nipple. Areola.
Come again. Oh my goodness.
Party Jesus. What a song about? I like titties. We like titties.
Come again.
I saw titties. Lot of titties.
What?
Titty nipple. Areola. Titty nipple. Areola.
Oh my goodness.
As my brother said right there, he saw titties.
Well, look, he saw titties. But look, man, it wasn't her alone who was actually reveling and exposing herself.
I like to say there's only some festivals where you can there has been time of festivals where you can only sin like that.
Right.
Coachella, Carnival, and also Toyotathon. There's a lot of sin. There's a lot of sin.
Listen,
I do believe in God though, but this is how I'm saying. As a Christian man, I'm just saying, as a Christian, I am astounded. I am disappointed. But as a man,
ain't nothing to be disappointed about.
As a man, God damn. Now I'm jealous. Because I like titties. Where is that?
Okay,
Where is that? Where is that in a carnival? Like, I'm just saying. Where was that? Why?
Look at this one. I want you to look at this one and tell me. This one doesn't have any music to it, but let's comment on this one. Look at this one. This guy actually was at the carnival,
butt ass naked.
Can you believe that?
God
Look at
damn.
him. And I was told that the police actually went to get him off of the road because if you look, there's just a little
Devin, he is butt ass naked.
He is.
That is not clothing. That is just a G-string.
He is.
That is just a G-string
He
right
has
there.
a G-string
That is
on.
no. The STX festival was lit. For who? There were some children right there. There's some children there. They didn't want to see this.
As you can see, the officer is going to address him and say, "Hey, man!" But not only an officer, but look, there's
The
a
military.
military.
No, they have to be like, "Sir, you are too white for the." They're like, "I'm just joking about this. Like, this is all joke. Sir, you are too white. You seem like a threat."
Oh my goodness!
You are too.
That was so funny. That was so funny.
How much you bet he was the one who called the cops?
You think so?
On himself.
But this one is definitely something that I couldn't get over. It's something that many people were talking about. It went viral. It still is, still trending out there, right? This photo, and also the one that you like, and everybody, we men like, which is
Party Jesus. What a song about? I like titties.
Come again.
We like titties.
Come again.
I saw titties.
Preach.
Again.
Lata titties.
Yeah.
DJ Paul. Ariola.
Yeah.
DJ Paul. Ariola.
I just got a text here saying that we need to put it on the big screen so that people can actually see this. It actually, I was trying to pull it up from off of from the Facebook page that I had directly, right? But it is hilarious.
Party Jesus. What a song about? I like titties. We like titties. I saw titties. Lata titties. DJ Paul. Ariola. DJ Paul. Ariola.
Wait, show the full
Party
video.
Jesus.
Take a
What a song about? I like titties.
Hey.
We like titties. I saw titties. Lata titties. DJ Paul. Ariola. DJ Paul. Ariola.
Hey, you know what? It's that time of the hour. It's 11:49, ladies and gentlemen, and we kind of running out of time right now. But it's always, it was a pleasure having you here and me here, and first time that we have been able to be out live on Island Riddims, the morning movement, letting you know what's trending. Again, if you are an artiste, please let us know. Drop us a note. Go to our Facebook page. Go to our website, www.islandriddims.com. Send us a note. Let us know that you have a song out there. It's a video. You have a video to it so that we can get it up for you in rotation. People can see your music. You can have it on the platform and so forth. And we do big things for you. Turn your career. We help you launch your career.
Yeah.
Okay? Help you launch your career right here on Island Riddims.
Right.
And yes, what I want to do is leave you guys right now with something very special. Okay? Carnival is coming up in Trinidad, and this guy, he is doing some real good thing. Viking Ding Dong. I have him in my DM for Instagram. I'm gonna link him up so he can have a little chit chat with us. But ladies and gentlemen, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Viking Ding Dong over the weekend for Carnival. And before we leave, before we get out of here, we'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank you for keeping it plugged on with us.
And tuning in.
Yep, tuning in. Whatever you want to say.
Morning movement.
And keep liking the titties,
But yeah, it's the morning movement.
The morning movement here with you live and direct. We're getting ready to sign off and get out of here. Tomorrow you can join us back again. We can recap a couple of these things, but also we want you to know that we are here for your business. And don't forget, for those of you who are aware of what I'm doing with my GoFundMe page for Dave Douglas, we want to help my friend out. He suffered a stroke, so you can go in and make your donation so that we can help him recover with his rehabilitation process.
Also, do not forget to go and show your support to Miami Media School. They are the best at what they do. If you want to do something in the media, go to them. They're great. And I think I gotta give my thanks to them because they.
There you
also,
go.
Shout out to Angel as well, and also shout out to Danny and Carolina and Vicky. They know who they are. They're watching right now. You guys are watching. Shout out to them, and also shout out to my dad and everyone who's watching right now. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Devin, who hired me. Who's even hiring me.
Never forget your parents. He shout me out also.
He's right here.
Thank you, baby E. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We out of here. We leaving. We gone. You guys have a wonderful time, okay? Wonderful Monday. It's a new year for you. And Happy New Year. This is our first time, of course. So make sure this New Year is a successful one for you. Keep yourself healthy and stay safe always.
Always.
How much money you spend? This was so fun where you get. Look, she marking every cent. You see, just so much girl in life. You see, make too much of a choice. We say, what we say? All them girls is the worst I heard in first. Can't take it in reverse, I heard in first. All them girls is the worst I heard in first. Can't take it in reverse, I heard in like if you know you cannot handle the people wrong when you see the people wrong. Hear what I tell you? When you see them girl and them rolling up them bam bam, if you can't manage. Now, love it. I want to start the drink. I can't drink that yet, it's too early. Brand manager, I hope what I'm seeing, and I like it too. The season looking away. What good morning? I was sponsor money fan. If you know you cannot handle the people wrong, when you see the people wrong. Hear what I tell you? When you see them girl and them rolling up them bam bam, if you can't manage. What we say? Stimulate, imagine the grace, stimulate your soul, leave it alone.
You're tuned into the top trending online station, Island